Hi guys, hope you're doing well. This is the final video in my Halloween series for the month of October. If you'd like to check out any of the other two videos I did for Halloween, there's a title card up here with a link to both of them. And I hope you enjoy. This video is going to be about horror anime, particularly my new favorite horror anime. Horror anime notoriously is very unscary and unsatisfying. Series like Another and Junji Ito Collection failed to hit mark that their manga counterparts are able to hit. This anime I'm going to talk about, I didn't even know was a horror anime until I started watching it, and that's the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure OVA Bus Spoke Kishibe Rohan. I first heard about the OVA when they first announced it was going to drop on Netflix. I was reading Diamond is Unbreakable at the time, and I hadn't met the character Kishibe Rohan yet. So I was like, let me finish Diamond is Unbreakable first, and then I'll check out this JoJo's OVA. When I eventually finished it, I was watching other things at the time, and then I just forgot about it. And then eventually last week, I had some free time to catch up on new stuff. And I thought, this is 4 episodes, let's give this a go. Just to put into context, I watch a lot of my anime very late, like midnight, 1 AM. So I put this on at midnight. Episode 16 Out of Confessional is the first episode. And it starts off with Kishibe Rohan and Koichi at a coffee shop in Morio. And Rohan telling Koichi about this time he was in Venice looking for inspiration for his next manga. He was in a church, and he happens to stumble across a confessional, which is like where a priest listens to followers of his religion come in and confess their sins so they feel absolved of them. So he sits inside it thinking he's on the confessor's side, and he soon realizes he's on the priest's side because someone comes in and is like, "Father, let me confess my sins, I've done something really bad." Rather than say, "Oh no, sorry, it's not me," he is quite a devious character, Kishibe Rohan, so he just goes along with it, sees what sort of story he hears from this guy, see if it's useful for his manga. And the guy says, "One day when I was younger, I was shifting corn on a farm, and the beggar turned up at the door and he's like, 'Please give me food and water, please, I'm dying here.' And he's like, 'Yeah, I'll give you food and water if you go and finish my shift for me.' And he's like, 'Okay, I'll do it, I don't mind, I'll do that. But can I please just have a little something to eat first or something, just so I can get my energy?' 'No, that's not how it works. You do the work and then I'll give you the food and drink.' So he bullies the beggar into doing his shift for him, and while he's doing it, he goes to sit in his seat and eats a sandwich that was meant to be for the beggar, right in front of him while he's drinking his drink. And he's like, 'Oh, you should get a job,' and he's just mocking him as he's doing it. And then he's like, 'Oh, 1 bag ain't enough, you got to lift 3 or 4 at a time.' And he goes up to him and gives him 3 or 4 bags, and this guy's really stumbling, shaking. Eventually he kills over and he's like, 'Oh, good prank, I know what you're trying to do, trying to scam me. I'm gonna go over to you and they'll beat me up and then take my food and run away.' And then he's like, 'You're not even dead.' And he's like, 'Oh, I'm not really dead.' And then from underneath the lunch table, you see a hand grab his leg, and this spirit of the man, and it was hella creepy. And he's just like, this was 1 AM and I'm like, whoa, I didn't realize this is what sort of show I'm watching. I just thought it was a normal JoJo's OVA, like an OVA in any other series. I didn't realize it was a supernatural horror anime. But yeah, it was so sick, and I was hooked from the first episode. Each episode is a standalone story of him in the coffee shop telling someone about some sort of experience he's had or someone he's met. I think they're really cool. It reminds me a lot of Junji Ito's short story manga, in terms of narrative style and structure, and even in terms of scares. I feel like Araki pulled it off very well. I feel like so many other concepts for these episodes are so original and bizarre, excuse the pun. Stuff I've never seen before, like the Venice one and the 3 others. I don't want to go into too much spoiler territory with this, because I feel like the less you know, the better, because I knew nothing. I didn't even know it was horror anime, and I enjoyed it so much. Definitely a 9 out of 10. I feel like Rohan is such a cool character in these sort of situations. It wouldn't have worked with any other character in the JoJo universe. He's not necessarily a hero or a villain, or even necessarily an anti-hero. He's not naive, so he's not going to fall for things that other characters may have. He has a good motive, and it's different in every episode to why he encounters these things and how he escapes, and his involvement with them, if that makes sense. And due to the nature of his character, he pretty much witnesses these things and just leaves. He doesn't try to stop them or to communicate with them. And once he's acknowledged it, okay, this is what's here, that's in my head, I can use that as a manga artist for my next manga. And then he leaves. That's his only interest. He's not trying to be a superhero. He's not trying to be a protector. There's a line in one of the episodes, he says, "I know what I am, and it's not a scholar or a journalist either. Me." I'm just a manga artist, which I think sums up his character so perfectly in these stories. He's just an enabler for us to spectate these events happening. The art is so amazing, definitely JoJo's level of art. Some of these antagonists, if that's what you want to call them, are so creepy in design and they like leave an impression in your head. Stories are so engaging. The 25 minutes goes like that. It was only 4 episodes and I feel like I want at least 10 more. I know the original source material was like 8 stories, I believe, maybe more. But I feel like he can definitely make this into a full-length series. I would love to watch more of this. The tone is so good. I think that's why it works as a horror anime. A lot of horror anime is too, I think the word's campy. It's not actually scary. It tries too much to be scary. This is just, the tone is perfect. There's moments of calm, and then when you realize what situation you're in and what's really going on, it's like the music changes, the lighting changes, we see what characters are like truly, and it becomes hella creepy so quick. So yeah, if you've read Busboku Rohan or even watched it like me, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If there's any other horror anime or manga I should check out, let me know that as well. If you liked the video, please drop a like and subscribe. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye.